And your life.
Hands.
Oh, we're this right now?
Yeah.
Oh. What's up, YouTube?
Let's go. Chisha podcast shit right here. Today I have a special guest. Like, this is like special. This is like real special. Like, I don't really want to say how special you are, but I think you're special.
I appreciate that.
I've been avoiding her for the longest. Like, I didn't want to talk to her. I didn't want to believe anything that she was saying. I don't know what I was. And you know what? No caller ID. But listen, I'll let you introduce yourself.
I'm Cece, guys. Everyone, you know Cece's here. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Let's go. She has a lot. Like a lot to unpack.
So, what's the title of this video?
I want to call Cece. Like, you said Cece. Like, you just literally said Cece. So I would say
What's the title of the video?
Wake the fuck up.
Wake up. I need you guys to understand what time period we're in.
Cece said, "Wake the fuck up."
A lot of people don't believe what the word says, and that's a terrible position to find yourself in, because everything that's happening around you is verified by this. Okay, we'll talk about this for a second. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with me that it's, the final word, and I can understand that. This is not 100% what was written to us. The original Bible is written in Hebrew. This was translated from Hebrew into Greek, into Latin, and then into English. So imagine playing telephone. What if we started playing telephone 2,000 years ago? Mm-hmm. You think you're going to have the same message to me from 2,000 years ago? We've been playing telephone
Absolutely
for 2,000
not.
years. So exactly. So that's what it is. It is a watered-down translation. But the things that are happening in the book of Revelations are literally happening right now all around you. Now, with that being said, we're going to speak about a few things. If we look in Matthew chapter 24, it says, Matthew 24. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, asking, what shall be the signs of the end of the coming of this world? Right? And he said, take heed that no man deceive you. Why is he instructing us not to be deceived? Because if we look in Revelations 13:14, and he deceived them that dwell on the earth. Where are the people that dwell on the earth? Revelations 18:24, for by the sorceries were all nations deceived. Now, who in the audience can raise their hand and say that they understand what the word sorcery means? Bet you don't, because you're probably over there thinking that it means witchcraft. It doesn't mean witchcraft. It means pharmaceutical companies. So in the word, he just told you, take heed, be deceived. Not that you be not deceived. Open your eyes and your ears that you are not deceived by the pharmaceutical companies. Well, what in the world did the pharmaceutical company do in the past couple of years? What were they doing? Oh, right. There's a scripture that says, and he causeth all to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
She really about to fuck y'all heads up.
That no man shall buy nor sell, except he that hath the mark of the beast, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. That vaccine that you put inside of your body is referred to in the word
to save your job.
Right. To save your life, remember, is referred to as the mark of the beast. And I want you guys to understand how very important it is not to receive this mark. It is very vital, and I'm about to hurt a lot of feelings, but I'm not here to protect your feelings, and that's just the truth. I'm here to wake you up and get you to realize some things.
Wake the fuck up.
I'm going to read directly from here. Revelations chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the Lord and in the presence of the holy angels. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So let's talk about it, because a lot of people are going to be like, well, the vaccine is not that. It didn't go directly into your forehead, into your hand. We didn't take that. It's going to be a microchip. It's going to be a microchip for the cryptocurrency system. No, you are wrong. Because let's talk about exactly what it does say pertaining to this. Anybody by a show of hands understand how DNA works? Bet you don't. Before DNA is DNA, it's RNA. So when you are born, and you're being created in the womb. 72,000 Delton polypeptides come from your mother. That's one strand of RNA. The other strand comes from your father, another 72,000. So who can calculate 72,000 plus 72,000? That equals the number
It's a lot of math
144,000.
right there.
Right? And we can verify this. That's how many Delton
It's a lot of math,
peptides that you have in your system. Now, if you look in the book of Revelations, it's listed a couple times. I'm going to take you to two of the listings. The first one is in Revelations 21, verse 17. And he measured the wall thereof 144 cubits. That's 144,000. According to the measure of a man. Revelations chapter 7 explains that at the end of all this, that the Father is going to open up the sky and he's going to come back for the number of the people who are sealed. Now, who is sealed? Saying, hurt not the earth or them that in the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our Allahayam in their forehead. Allahayam is how you say God in Hebrew. His name is not God, and he is not happy
Learned
with you
that
calling
today.
him
I
that.
learned that today.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. But guess what? That's Israel. Still Israel. Natural form of DNA is real. 144,000 is real. So let's break it down. If we have 72,000 coming from our father, one strand of RNA. Second strand coming from our mother, two strands of RNA. 144,000. What happened with this vaccine? What did you allow them to put in your body? Or not allow them to put in your body?
Let's talk about it. What did you allow them to put in your body?
Another strand of RNA, except they called it mRNA because number one, it was man-made. Number two, it's a messenger.
To save your fucking job.
Or go to the Bills game.
Oh.
Or go to the gym. Or go to graduate school.
Yo,
So remember, there was
talk about it. Talk about it.
specific verse, right? That said, those of you who seek to lose your life, seek to save your life, shall surely lose it. Let's talk about saving life. Lifestyle. Your lifestyle.
Let's go.
Shall surely lose it. Lose what? Your eternal life. That is the great falling away. You lost your eternal life, your eternal salvation. What is inside of your DNA has been wiped away. I'm about to break it down to you very simply. And those of you
go slow
who shall lose your life, as in lifestyle, for my name's sake, shall surely find it. Let's talk about it. Two strands of RNA. Naturally, they fuse together. You have DNA, 72,000 plus 72,000. Hold on, you're going to be the third 72,000 because that's what happened. He said, these vaccines, we're going to add in another 72,000. 72,000 and 72,000 makes DNA. Now we have one more strand. That means 72,000 more, right? So what is 72,000 times 3? Gives you a specific number, 2,216,000, right? I'm going to draw this. One strand, two strands. It's 144. This is 72. 72, 144, right? Well, this is a terrible drawing. That's my DNA representation. We're going to do another one.
She good at math.
Another one, right? Because they said we're adding synthetic RNA, man-made. So now it's 3 strands. What happens if you have a third strand? That turns your double helix into a triple helix, right? You can fact check me. Matter of fact, I'll list all my information at the end because I have all the proof of all of this. It's not just hearsay. It's not things that I'm just pulling out of thin air. I come with receipts.
It's not
come with receipts. That number, when you add 144,000 plus 72,000 more, gives you a very specific number of 216,000. Well, all your preachers and your pastors and the whole world has always made you believe that 666 was the number of the devil. But that's because they are not wise and they miscalculated it. It says in Revelation 13:16, I believe it's 13:16. 13:16. No, it's 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. Hold on. What's the number of a man? Remember, he told you the number of a man was 144,000, according to the measure of a man, the number of a man. So he's telling you now this is the new number of a man. And his number is 600, 3 squared, and 6. A score mathematically is worth 20. 20, 40, 60. So the world has calculated it as 660 and 6. 666. But it says that the mind that hath wisdom, it's not for everybody. You need to be wise to understand this. 600 times 60 times 6 is what number? Oh, it's exactly the same as 72,000 times 3. 216,000. Meaning a triple helix DNA. Let's talk about exactly why we know it's the mark. Now, if you read Revelations the way I'm going to give you this information.
Read this loud. Very loudly.
Very loud?
Very loudly. Because I think you need to... It's very loud.
Very wake.
Yeah.
Very wake them up.
Wake You're asleep.
We're going to start at 13, 14. And he deceived them that dwell on the earth. Remember, the Father said, be wise, that ye be not deceived. By the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. So at this time, there's a beast. We'll talk about who the beast is in a second. Saying unto them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. So let's talk about whose image are you in. So if we turn over to Genesis chapter 127, I believe it is.
Let's go.
127.
Yo, wake the fuck up.
So Allah Hayam created man in his own image. In the image of Allah Hayam created he him. Male and female created he them. So you were created in the image of the Most High. You are a living image. So in order for something else to be an image, what does that mean? It would have to enter inside of you.
Correct.
We know that it have to enter inside of you because what is your temple? The temple and the building of the third temple that so many Christians are waiting on is never going to happen. It's not a physical temple. When Yahweh Hamashiach, which is who y'all call Jesus Christ, Yahweh Hamashiach is his actual
You heard a
name.
lot of people feeling right now.
Yeah, well, it is true. Verify me, fact check me, do some research because he didn't come in English
Yes.
and he didn't have an English name. That's
Yeah, she really.
So when he's manifested in the flesh, what did he say? He said, destroy this temple and I will build it up in 3 days. What was he talking about? He was not talking about a physical temple. He was talking about your body. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 6.
Okay.
I think, I don't know. I
I like
gotta
that.
check when we get there.
I like that. It's talking about your body. Yeah.
Body.
Yeah. I like that.
1 Corinthians, I think it's 6 verse 4.
You got, listen, fact check all of it.
6:19. 1 Corinthians 6:19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you? It's inside of you. He told you that you are God's. Matter of fact, Psalms 86 verse 2, I'm pretty sure. Told you that that's exactly it. If he's dwelling inside of you, let's verify it again. We
Listen.
come with several.
She got her Bible and her pen with her. So you know.
Psalms 86. Oh, hold on. Is it 82? Verse 6? Psalms. I'm losing my mind right now. I am not correct on either one of those.
No, you good. Take a minute. Take a second. I got you. Don't even worry about it. I wonder who got the vaccine. I don't need y'all to comment below. Who got the vaccine? Comment below. Who got the vaccine? Who needed to say their job and their career with that vaccine? I need you to comment below right there. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to come out the dark. You wanted to work
Psalms
with
82.
Geico, Tesla. You wanted to do that bullshit.
The thing is that y'all should have realized some weird stuff was going on when they started paying people to receive it.
Paying people.
Matter of fact, just let me put this inside of you. I got so much money for you. Just like the devil, I'll give you all the treasures of the world. Right?
Yo.
That's what he said. If you just
I didn't
bow
say it.
down
I didn't
and
say it. She
worship
said it.
me.
I didn't say it. She said it. She's not the devil. They might go look at me like.
Oh, it was right. It
They
is.
go look at me like, yeah.
I have said ye are gods. That's what he said. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Let's go.
So if that makes me a god, and Satan wants to dwell in the holy place, and God is inside of me, and my temple is the body, he wants to dwell in the holy place, where would he be wanting to dwell? We're going to go over to 2 Thessalonians.
Go.
He had his whole plan written out. It was written for us to understand. 2 Thessalonians 2, verse number 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Allah Hayam. He's speaking about the devil. The devil wants to exalt himself above everybody, or that is worshipped, so that he, as Allah Hayam, sitteth in the temple of Allah Hayam, showing himself that he is Allah Hayam. So what is the temple? The temple is your body. It just said that he wanted to be inside of your body, showing himself as God, as Allah Hayam. Let me tell you something about your DNA. You have sulfuric. I don't actually remember the name of this word. It can't ring a bell at the top of my head. Sulfuric something. You have a sequence that appears. 10, 5, 6, 5. They appear every 10 of them, every 5 of them, every 6 of them, and every 5 again. And then they repeat. 10, 5, 6, 5. Well, the 10th letter, the 5th letter, the 6th letter, and the 5th letter of the Hebrew alphabet is the same name that Moses was getting when he wrote the tablet. YHWH, Yahweh, meaning the name of the Most High God. Literally, as an artist would sign off on his painting, he signed off on you in your DNA. But once you take that mRNA technology, that strand, your sequence goes from 10.5.6.5 to 10.5.6.6.6.5. Doing what? You are no longer gods. You wiped away what made you gods. People are dying suddenly. That's all you keep hearing about. But lo and behold, the government and everyone else still wants to tell you, this is COVID. No, it's not COVID. It's the effects of the vaccine that is killing people. Children are dying. When are you going to wake up?
Wait a minute, hold on. Excuse me, ma'am. Effects of the vaccine? That's meant to save us. What are you talking about?
So normally vaccines,
That's
right?
meant to save us.
Once you get a vaccine, you can't catch that sickness, right?
Yes.
But guess what? I'm not going to get chickenpox because why? Because I was vaccinated with chickenpox, right?
Yes.
And that was an actual vaccine.
Yes.
So what happens when you get vaccinated with COVID? You can still catch COVID? Bro.
Wow.
Like where?
Okay, I need you to educate them for a second. Because, yeah.
You could still catch COVID. That means it's
But I got
not
a vaccine.
No, you didn't. What you did was you gave them permission to enter into your temple.
Really?
That's what you did do.
Is that what I...
Yeah. And then they specifically told you, the first time it came out, it was approved for emergency use authorization. But most of you didn't research what that word meant. You were like, it's an emergency. It's COVID. It's an emergency. We gotta get vaccinated, bro. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. The whole world is dying. Do you see what's happening in China? Bro, they're all dying. What is that place? Italy. Italy is gone, bro. We gotta go get vaccinated before it take us. That was what they made you think, right? And he caused us all to receive a mark, right? And those of you that wouldn't submit would die because they made you believe that you would die if you didn't take this. But that was a lie.
So are you telling me that the government lied to me?
Wow. I'm telling you that you allow these people to get inside of your body and tamper with your DNA. You are now emitting an EMF with an electromagnetic frequency.
See,
You have been branded by the United States government. You have a number inside of you. You can check the patent scope for this patent number. WO, like Wuhan, 2020. It's either 60606 or 060606. This is in regards to the cryptocurrency mining system, telling you that you are communicatively coupled to the server, which is communicatively coupled to your body. All three of you are one. Now, how did that happen? Did you sign up for that? No. But what you did allow them to do was enter into your temple. You gave them permission to enter into your body. So now let's talk about, what do you think happens when your DNA changes and it's a triple helix, right? Those are hybrids. So shall the end of days be likened to the days of Noah. So what was happening in the days of Noah? There were giants in the days of Noah, weren't there?
Mm-hmm.
Because why? Because the fallen angels were mating with the women and creating giants, right? So let's talk about this hybrid DNA. What do you think happens once your DNA is completely hybrid and you procreate with another hybrid? You're birthing in the new generation of giants is what's happening. Y'all keep wondering what's going on in the sky right now. You see all this alien activity. They're amazed. They're watching the giants be birthed into this realm. They're watching in the sky. Why do you think the government is putting chemtrails everywhere? To prevent you from seeing. Why do you think China put a fake sun in the sky? Because number one, a third of the sun was blocked out and darkened. Because that was a prophecy that took place. And the only reason you didn't know is because like this. If I went into your secret money stash and I took half your money, you going to notice? Yes. But what if I took half of it and I put it back before you looked? Are you going to notice then? No. So they deceived you. Because you weren't watching and waiting. Your submission under the beast system. Anyone who worshiped the beast, the system, and his image, meaning what? You became the image of the beast. If you look in Revelations, it tells you that the image had a mouth. Why did he give a mouth? Because he became a person. You can't manifest these things out of nowhere. You became the image of the beast. Let me tell you something. Let me break something down. Who was president when the vaccine happened?
You know,
it's Trump,
I love
right?
her to death. I love her to death. I need a drink when I'll be talking to her, man.
Trump sat in office. So I'm going to read to you Revelation
Trump
chapter 13.
2024. Go ahead.
Matter of fact, Matter of fact, we're going to do some verification that this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
The tribulation starts in Revelation chapter 6. I'm going to read verses 1 and 2. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard as it were a noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, Come and see. And I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering to conquer. So those who are not given spiritual eyes, thinking that this is a warrior coming forth to fight for the Father with a bow, an arrow, and a crown on his head, you are wrong. These are demons. This word was not written in English, it was translated from Latin. So let's speak about the word bow. Bow does not mean a bow and arrow. Bow means vial of toxin, it means a poison. Crown in Latin. Any people who study crown, Latin, it means corona. So now it says, and I saw and behold a white horse.
Say that again. No, go back. Say that again.
Which part? Crown?
The bow means corona.
No, crown means corona.
Oh no, crown. Oh.
Crown means corona. And I saw and behold a white horse. He that sat on him had a vial of poison. And corona was given unto him. And he went forth killing to kill. We can verify that it was a poison. Because those horsemen that you see in Revelation chapter 6, they're not loosed until Revelation chapter 9. So we're going to go over to chapter 9 and we're going to read it. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. CERN opened the bottomless pit, by the way. They have a particle accelerator machine, is the best way for me to break it down to the public to understand. If anybody has ever seen Flash, particle accelerator machine, they opened the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose smoke out of the pit as smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by the reason of the smoke of the pit. But remember, you couldn't see it, because China projected a fake sun into the sky to prevent you from realizing what time period we were living in. They didn't want you to know that we are living in the book of Revelations. They didn't want you to see that a prophecy was being fulfilled. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as scorpions of the earth have power. So people have been falsely teaching, right? They tell you that these locusts, that they're literal locusts, and they have tails like scorpions and face like women and men. That's a lie, because look at what he said. Was given power as scorpions of the earth have power. So what is the power of the scorpion? The power of the scorpion is to inject man with poison, verifying what it says in Revelation 6:2. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, nor any green thing, nor any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of Yahweh in their forehead. What seal are they talking about? Seal of protection. 144,000 standing strong. They don't want you to have that. If you took it, you were able to be deceived. And to them, it was commanded that they should not kill them. Let's speak about the other things. Verse number 7. And their faces were as the faces of men, and they had hair as hair of women. But why? Because they were actual people. You can verify that they are people. So what people here on this planet were given the ability to inject man with poison? Doctors, right? We know that it's doctors by verse number 11.
That's really like.
And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Obamadan, but in the Greek tongue his name is Apollyon. Apollo, physician. A Hippocratical oath is one of the oldest binding documents in history. I actually think it's the second oldest binding document in history. Doctors have to instate on what's called a Hippocratical oath. What it says is, I hereby swear unto Apollo, physician. Who? Apollo, physician. Who? Apollyon. Who? The angel of the bottomless pit, which was over. Who? The things coming out of the bottomless pit, which were given power as scorpions of the earth have power. They injected you with poison. If we scroll down to Revelations chapter 9, and we talk about verses 17 and 18. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. Remember that. He told you that they had heads as lions. By these three was the third part of man killed, by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, meaning lies, and in their tails, for the tails are like unto serpents. So it has a lion's head and a serpent's tail. Back to the things of Latin, right? This creature that they described is called a chimera. It says in Greek mythology, a fire-breathing female monster with a lion's head, a goat's body, and a serpent's tail. Well, that chimera is listed in the Moderna vaccine. Matter of fact, I'm just going to pull it up. We're going to share it on the screen.
So,
on the Moderna vaccine.
But I feel like
Right? I feel like there's nothing you could say. Hold this up so they can see it.
okay.
It's highlighted. I'm not sure if you guys can see it at all.
You probably can't.
Well, there we go. Block off the lighting. You see where it says? You might have to read backwards now. It says combinatorial recombination of gene fragments. That means to scramble your DNA and give a new DNA. It says in order to construct.
Who got the vaccine out there? I want to know because I don't trust you. I don't trust anybody that got the vaccine right now. I just don't.
In order to construct a library of chimeras.
Cause I'm my own man. Ain't anybody forcing me to do nothing that I don't want to do. So who got the vaccine out there?
I want you guys to know the laws that are pending, and a lot of you are going to say, yeah, but we didn't have to die for our beliefs, and that still didn't go into our forehead or in our hand.
Well, tell them what you willing to do for your beliefs.
No. First, we're going to explain to you that we're
Okay.
going to fully make sure that y'all understand that this 100%
Go ahead.
is
Oh, that's a lot.
Remember, it
That's
is
a
the
lot.
measure of a man. Then we're going to go back and dissect it again.
So,
Inside of the vaccine are two very specific ingredients called luciferian and luciferase. They come from fireflies. There are bioluminescent chemicals inside of them. That's what makes them glow, right? We all know that they glow. They're inside of the vaccine, but are you glowing? Are you glowing? Well, you're not vaccinated, but you know what I mean. Are y'all glowing? You're glowing.
I'm definitely
You
not
don't know that you're
vaccinated.
glowing.
I don't have a vaccine in me.
You don't know that you're glowing. Graphene oxide is being poured into the environment. After you take the vaccine, the graphene oxide then circulates inside of your body because it's literally being poured in through all the chemtrails. Creates a trickling trail from your injection site down to your hand where the luciferian starts to grow. You are emanating a mark in your hand. You just can't see it.
Ooh-wee.
The BBB, the blood-brain barrier, back here, was discovered in 2019. Tester swabs came out in 2020. What did they tell you when they wanted you to test yourself for COVID? Stick it up as far as you can, all the way back. You know what I'm saying? All the way back. Make sure you get all the way back there. Because why? Because they needed you to pop the BBB to release everything that was on that tester swab into your system. It's sickening what these people have done. There's so many things that pop in through my head like that. Like, okay, if it was easy enough to take it like that, can we inadvertently take it? What if I share my fork with somebody who's vaccinated? What if I have unprotected sex with somebody who has taken the vaccine? This is not DNA, this is mRNA technology. So shall the end of days be likened unto the days of Noah. What were they doing in the days of Noah? Specifically, it said that they were eating and drinking and giving in marriage. Well, our definition of marriage is different than their definition of marriage. What if he's talking about that they were having sex?
How's your life changed? Like, how has your life changed through all of this? Like, what do you do? Like, what is
the adjustments I made?
I swear to God, what
I
is
became
the
vegan. I stopped using chemicals. I stopped working for the system. I removed my son from public school. Everything. I mean, and that's just the things that I've done outwardly. This is all about the repentance, remission of your sins. You have to turn your life back to the Creator. List a whole bunch of things that changed, but I'm talking about really repent. I'm talking about stop listening to the music. I'm talking about stop using the currency system. I'm talking about stop having sex. I am talking about stop smoking weed. People don't want to hear it, but these are the truth. You
Well,
want
the
the
sex part. The sex part. I'm with you on everything else. You know,
It's the truth.
Since I love you to death, but this is my thing. Like,
Because people don't want to be realistic. That's fine. Y'all wanna
okay,
make a
well,
choice.
the sex part. Like,
What about the sex part? Celibacy. It's required. You're in a different boat.
That's
Okay,
hard.
okay. Did we think it was?
That's
gonna be
hard.
Easy? Nobody said it was going to be easy. Yeah, we know it's hard.
I like to clap cheeks.
You're married. You're not in the same boat,
I'm clapping cheeks.
right? Yeah, that's for you. You're married. You're not in the same boat of everyone
Okay,
else.
well, fine.
You're
We excluded me, right? We excluded me. We're excluding me. Like, I'm over here in a different boat. Listen.
See? But that's
We're excluding me. I'm clapping cheeks.
People want to pick and choose which part they want to listen to.
Damn, you sound like my.
Because
Yo, she's like my.
this is
Yo,
not-
you really my sister.
It's not
Like, you
to make
really
you
my.
feel
Like, yo,
good.
you really sound
Right.
like that. Like, she's like, yo, my sister's over here. Like, yo, you want to pick and choose what you want to do.
You do want to pick and choose. It's not about
Okay.
picking and choosing. I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to
Judge.
make it sound, no, I'm not here to make it sound good. Judgment is not for me. This is what he said.
Got it.
There is none good, but there is one God. That's a fact.
Copy.
It's not for me to judge. But what it is for me is to make sure that y'all have the information.
How has your
the
life
truth.
changed since 2020? Your regimen and what you do,
Everything.
the people that you allow in your life, the way you eat, the way you fucking dance. I want to fucking know. Like fucking let me know.
Okay, so I'm vegan. I literally make all of my own products. I make
Let's
my own
go.
toothpaste.
Yo,
I make my own
oh, shit.
deodorant. I make my own mouthwash. I make my own cleaning supplies. I make my own
We could have
laundry
used her on the
detergent.
storm. We needed her. She make her own deodorant. I was musty.
Because
Girl,
of all
it's
these
on.
chemicals that are inside that they have made you believe are normal. They're not. What you're doing is you're giving them permission to poison you. Literally. Let me tell y'all some things. Baking soda turns to washing soda when you cook it at 400 degrees for 1 hour.
Y'all niggas didn't know
Therefore,
that.
it has the highest alkalinity level and it can be used to clean. Okay? And you could use it to clean outside of that, but this is on a different level. You can use it to clean laundry, you could use it to clean your toilet. The alkalinity level is insane. Rubbing alcohol and vinegar both kill and disinfect the same amount of germs and bacteria as Lysol and bleach. But the FDA will not put you onto that because they don't want you doing those things.
This is my thing for you. Why the fuck don't you come out with your own brand of shit?
Listen, because I don't want to charge nobody. That's the thing. I'm not here to make money. The money don't mean
You're
nothing.
not here to make money. You're here to educate.
And I have. Listen, this is all over all of my social media.
Damn.
You feel me? People just don't want to listen. This is easy.
They don't listen to Dave.
Let me tell y'all. First of all, it's way cheaper. And second of all, those of you who have food stamps, all of these items are natural, which means they can be bought with food stamps. You could, the government can't tell you nothing. Become self-sufficient. What is this? You better not.
Listen. You need your own shit.
I need my who?
You know, you need your own brand of shit. You need to. And I don't know. It's not. You're not. This is my thing.
You keep thinking we have time. There's no time. Y'all need to pay attention to what's happening.
I always
Joe
say
Biden
that.
just signed
That's why I don't
what's
want to
called
be
the
friends with
DNA,
her.
The
I don't want to be
Declaration
friends
of
with her.
North America.
Go ahead.
Because this is the thing. Y'all are still planning on the future and your future has changed. There is no future in the future that you saw. And I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing for you. I'm here to bring you the truth and enlighten you and wake you up out of this curse that you are under because y'all are not paying attention.
What curse are we? What curse are we like?
You're still because you're all it's propaganda. Everything that you're listening to is all your media. Everything you're being distracted by the music and by all these artists. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? If you can go to church and call that music worship, who do you think you're worshiping when you're not singing those songs? The devils that made them. Wake up.
You gotta say wake the fuck up, because
No.
you literally have like fucked up everybody's day.
I don't know if I have. I don't know if people hear me yet.
They do. You know why? You know why they gonna hear you? Because I'm putting this in their brain.
I really hope so. This is not.
She scared me, and you know how I am. Like, I'm a fucking asshole. And the whole time that we were in the car, like, I was fucking like, can you please shut the fuck up? Because you're scaring me. And that's how scared.
See, it's different when we're doing it on this because I know a lot of you are going to sit there and be like, this is not making sense to you, the things that I'm talking about. Because I don't have receipts right now. Because you can't see the receipts. But I promise you, all the things I'm speaking about, I have receipts on everything. I'll tell you all about the DNA. I'll tell you about the Luciferian inside. Matter of fact, I'm just going to show you a clip real quick. Just real quick. Here we go.
Listen, guys, now I'm really worried. This is where I got the shot, the second shot. Look at this. It's glowing. Now I go down my arm. It gets worse. I have a little dot here. But the worst part, look at the vein in my hand. It glows.
This is not a joke, people.
That is
Never.
sick.
Never.
Why is
Never.
this doing this? Can someone tell me? Look at that. Look at that. It's glowing. And that's exactly where I got
Mark in your right hand or in your forehead. Because you didn't realize once you were taking it what was going to be happening with the graphene oxide that's poured into your system. The mark is forming. You just didn't know. You were not aware of it. You were deceived.
How the fuck did you know? Like, how the fuck did you know?
Okay, this is how.
Tell me how the fuck you knew.
Right, that's a good question.
Exactly. Like, how the fuck did you know?
So I had a feeling when Obama was in office, but people kept telling me I was crazy. But I was watching what was happening with the climate and all these things happening all around the world, like in 2017, what was happening over in Russia and Australia, all the green grass was being burnt up. And this is a prophecy, and I was like, no. Well, lo and behold, 2020 comes around. And the world gets shut down. WHO, the World Health Organization, declared COVID-19 a worldwide pandemic on March 11th of 2020. Fact check me. The following Friday.
Fact checked her.
Following Friday, March 16th. I just remember I was in the car, I was smoking a blunt, and the entire world got shut down. The reason I remember it is because it was my Earth Day. So I wanted to go out and do something, except I couldn't go out and do anything because the whole world is shut down. Well, guess what appeared all over the ground when the world reopened? 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. And that is literally what everyone saw it as. But I didn't see it like that. I seen 6, 6, 6. And my father told me it's time to wake up. It's time to let the people know that this is the tribulation. I said, yo, this is crazy because if they come out with something for this sickness and they try to force it upon somebody, if they try to force it upon people, then that's definitely the mark of the beast. Well, lo and behold, like
And they fucking forced it upon the people.
we can't say force.
Well,
I mean, a lot of people want to say force, but the technical truth is you weren't forced.
you had a choice.
You did have a choice. You were given a great reason, right? And he caused it all.
Well,
So
do
these
you want to
moments-
make money or not make money?
Exactly, but what is that? Your lifestyle. Those of you who seek to save your life.
Copy.
Feel me?
Copy.
You decided the beast system. You submitted under the system. Kept taking the tester swab, not because you wanted to, because you were submitting under the beast system. Then people really, like I said, people really should have woke up when you started seeing that they were paying people to put it in your body in incentives. Matter of fact, you can come have this job, a $3,000 signing bonus, but you need to take 2 vaccines first. A shot and a booster, and then we'll give you a sign-on bonus.
How many shots and boosters were there? Like, first it was, you
Well,
were supposed to take the vaccine,
Israel
and
has
then
4.
it was take a second one, and then it was take a booster. Like, it was so much though. It was like so much for you to like decipher through, so you didn't know.
It's terrible. Like,
Your brain, like literally, you're like, well, what should I do?
I mean, if you're asleep and if you're involved in these systems, there was never a question in my mind. I was never going to take it, and especially the way that the flu works. And at first they tried to say it was like a form of like influenza. Now, first of all, those of you who do take the flu shot, makes no sense to me because it's never the season.
Oh shit! You really wanted
Because like where's
Wait a minute, hold on, wait. You really about to go into the flu shot? Because you know a lot of niggas take the flu shot.
But why? Why do you take the flu shot if it's a variant in the
Go
previous
ahead.
season?
Continue.
What does that
Everybody,
do?
no, I just.
But why? Do you take a flu shot?
Absolutely not.
Okay, but
I don't
doesn't
take
make,
shit.
But it doesn't make sense to you, right?
I
So
don't-
where does it make sense? If they tell you get vaccinated for a variant that no longer exists, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why
Why
would
the
I take a
fuck?
vaccine for a variant that no longer existed? It makes 0 sense to me.
This is my thing. For you. This is my question I have for you. My question is very, very direct. And I want all the smoke. Because I know you got the smoke. And you're fucking like, yo, she got all the smoke, right? Who the fuck sent you?
The
Like-
Father. Listen, I stand proudly with my 144,000.
Okay.
A lot of you have no idea what's coming. You might hear people keep talking about the grid is about to go down, but let me explain to you what exactly that means. There's a verse in Revelations. And the 5th angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness. Woo! Darkness. But I don't think you're grasping what's happening. The earth itself is fighting you back. 57,000 cattle died in one day. Okay?
Okay.
Plants and animals. They talk about a great famine that happens at the end of time. Number 1, the sun is projected over, so we don't have the energy from the sun. That's number 1. Number 2, what just happened in California, right? California is responsible for 3/4 of the vegetation to the United States.
Yes.
So now that California had these crazy storms, 2 crop seasons are wiped out. So what do you think that's going to do to the rest of the United States? Create a famine. What do you think is going to happen when they change this cryptocurrency system? As I'm sure a lot of you are realizing what's going on with your banking institution. They're shutting the system down. You're not having money to exchange
Crypto.
anymore. It is what it is. What's happening with the money system? It's failing because they're introducing the cryptocurrency system. And in order for you to continue participating, you do have to have 2 vaccines. Be making that what? That's the mark. It's not the things that happen after it. The vaccine itself is the mark. It is what it is, and I'm sorry because a lot of people were deceived, but you were not watching and waiting. The reason that you weren't is because so a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, which means that you are the manifestation of what is inside of you. The reason I'm waking all of you up because I honestly care. I care that people are not lied to and not deceived, and everyone deserves an opportunity to literally live in the form that we are actually supposed to be in. This is this world. This is a flesh jacket. Let me explain this to you. Say the word book. Say book.
Book.
Now say it without moving your mouth. You said it in your head, right? No, without moving your mouth. You can hear yourself say it, right?
Mm.
You heard it in your brain. You heard it, which means it
That's
should
why I
give
don't
you
talk. That's why I don't talk to her.
they give you a new definition on what sound is. Because if you close your eyes, you could literally see the past, the future, and the present. Which means these, you don't need them to see. You don't need these ears to hear, and you don't need this mouth to speak. Because why? Because that is not you. This is the limitation of who you are. This is a flesh jacket. Covering up who you really are.
You've been this your whole life, huh? Like you've literally been this. This has have been inside you your whole life.
Oh yeah, yeah, people will tell you that. Probably.
I can't talk to her on the phone without like 15 minutes of saying like, okay, you need to come over and like let's just shoot. Let's just put it on camera. Let's just do this. I'm officially inviting you to Sierra Love Tuesdays. Like you need to bring whatever the fuck you have. You need to bring your information. You need to bring your facts, because people like to fact check.
That's
You
it.
know that.
Right. If we do this again,
No, we're gonna do it
Post
again.
them up so people can
Next
fact check and see
Tuesday.
it.
Next Tuesday. You really, and I know because you fucked me up today. Like you scared me to fuck. So I know that
You were scared though, because I came with proof. It wasn't just things.
Yeah, it was. Listen. This is my thing though. Like, let me be clear. Let me be very clear when I say this message. She is the real deal, and I really like hate her, but I love her. And at the end of the day, like she made me think about some things. So, can you do this next Tuesday? Can you come? Can you do this next Tuesday? Can you bring it?
We can do this next Tuesday. We can do this, guys.
Listen, I just want to get it on camera. Listen, I need y'all to fact check that she's gonna be here next Tuesday.
Right, and we'll do it'll be different because we'll print out things so everyone gets an opportunity to actually.
But she, like, yo, she's scary. Like, she's fucking scary. Like, you're fucking scary. I love you, but you're scary. Like, she's fucking, like... Can y'all just, like, listen to this video, but listen to what she says? But you gotta fact check what she says. Fact check.
Definitely fact check me.
Go ahead. Tell them about that.
It's all about...
Fact checking you, because you know they're going to.
Okay, so if anybody has a TikTok, my TikTok is CC Got Some to Say. So CICIGOTSUM2 say. And I don't know. TikTok tried to ban me the other day. Realistically,
Well, you're not gonna be banned here.
They tried to shut me
Listen,
down at the same
my
moment.
my sister is here. Can we do this every Tuesday?
We can see. We could do next Tuesday though for sure.
Next Tuesday.
Next
Listen,
Tuesday.
next Tuesday we're gonna do this. We're here. Cheat Shit Podcast. We're here. But drop your shit, like your.
I don't know,
everything.
Facebook. I don't
Everything.
even-
Drop all your shit. Drop all your
What's
shit.
my Facebook? Oh, Sierra Love. CIARALOVEE.
Yeah,
A
drop
lot
all your
of
shit.
informative information. We
Are
need
you
to-
scared yet?
No. This is the thing, right? There's a scripture that says,
Tell
"Come
me.
out of her, my people." That
Because
you
we're
be
not done. We're still going. We're still. Hey, we're still going. You're wake up the fuck up. We're still going. Come on, let's go.
Come out of her, my people.
LFG. Let's
That you-
fucking go.
That you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. The president just signed what is called the DNA, the Declaration of North America.
Yes.
You guys need to look that up. It took place. What was the date? The 19th or the 10th? Okay, the 10th. The 10th of January. He signed it. He signed away your sovereign rights, your sovereign law, which means, why? Because as a collective, we were all waking up because there's just so much going on, and the only way that we're going to get out of the system is stop participating in it. We are literally slaves to the American system through our birth certificates. If you authenticate your birth certificate, you can get out from the system. Except what did he do? He thought he beat us at our own game. He went and he changed the laws. Now we can't get out like that. We can't be under sovereign law because they wiped it away. They're banding together collectively to implement the start of the cryptocurrency system. So with this being said, I did a news with our local news station, Channel 7, on December 20th of 2021.
WKBW.
Informing them that this vaccine that was coming out was 100% the mark of the beast. Now mind you, I am very much out of the system. I do not watch TV. I do not watch the news. It's propaganda to me.
You haven't seen Power.
It's disgusting to me. It's literally a courtroom.
Let's
They
go.
present you enough evidence to make you sway your way of thinking. And I aired all this out when we did our interview. Point is that there was a document that was pending. It was Senate Bill A416. Now, it did not pass when they voted on it. They voted on it 666 days later after the World Health Organization declared COVID a worldwide pandemic. March 11th, 666 days later, January 6th of 2022, they were taking the vote on the lives of the unvaccinated. Okay, it didn't pass, but they changed bills around it. Point is that this bill was looking to incarcerate the people who were refusing the vaccine. Guess what? They're going to create a fake spike in COVID, and this time they're going to bring it back up to vote on, and this time it will pass, which means that they will incarcerate us or force us to take the vaccine. So at that moment, folks, you got to be ready to die, or you got to be really ready to fight back.
Are you ready to die?
Listen, bro, I know I'm about to be a martyr. And y'all
Are
can
you
say-
ready? So you ready to die?
Listen, did I say what I said?
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I'm definitely ready to die for this.
Say what you said.
I'm ready to die for this. There's nothing y'all can do. I
Yo,
know
can
that I
you
was
can
a
you
martyr,
bring this
and I
in?
don't
Can
care
you
who
bring
thinks
this
I'm
in right
crazy.
here?
This is all- this
Can
is
you
all
bring
great.
this in right here? So no, tell I want like she's a real.
Oh,
You a soldier for the cause.
I didn't know there was a whole bunch of people watching.
Hey, yo, listen. You ready to die?
Do they have questions? Does anybody have questions? Yes, I'm ready to die for this. This is the thing that y'all forget what it said.
Tell them what they said.
I'm
Tell
just
them
gonna.
what
I'm. It's not about what I said. I'm gonna read it directly to you so that you all have a clear understanding. This is in Revelations 20, verse number 4. And I saw thrones, and them that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them which were beheaded for the witness of
it
Yahweh
again.
Shih
Say it
HaMashiach. Beheaded. They were killed for the witness of Yahweh Shih HaMashiach, for the word of Allah Hayam, which had not worshipped the image. I'm sorry, worshipped the beast system, neither received his image. I'm sorry, where am I? Worshipped the beast, neither his image, took the vaccine, neither had received his mark upon their forehead or in their hand. And they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shih HaMashiach 1,000 years, because right now is a 1,000-year reign. They've been lying to you about how old the earth is. All of these things are lies. You know what I was doing the other day? I was calculating the timeline from Genesis. And we know that we as the indigenous people, the Hebrew Israelites, our timeline breaks back down to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? And guess what year it was when Abraham was told to leave the land? Guess what year it was?
What year?
2023 years after creation. I said, yo! I was baffled at that time. I said, no way. No way. I said, you gotta be kidding me. That's crazy. That's incredible, right? I said, wow. Right, and there's that verse that tells us, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins and you receive not of her plagues. The president thinks that he beat us at our own game. We have to band together
Can I ask you
collectively.
something? What do you see what do you see the next 2 years looking like?
Well,
And I only say 2 because I know, but I want to see what your perspective is. Like, what do you see the next 2 years looking like?
I will not be present. I don't know what's going to happen to the earth.
You're not
itself.
gonna die.
Listen, there's nothing. Listen, I know the laws that are pending. I know.
Listen, I want to tell right now. No, hold on. She's not going nowhere.
I
I know it's.
permission. I'm getting out of here. Y'all are tripping. There's nothing that I want.
Listen.
left in this world.
Hold on. Hold the
Here
fuck
for this
on.
nonsense.
Hold
Trying
on,
to keep me
woman,
here.
ma'am. Hell yeah, you got shit to do. Listen. I asked her what the next 2 years looking like, and you're telling me that you're not gonna be here. You're going to be here.
Listen, no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Let me break this down. Y'all have heard of the rapture.
Sarah, I'm not
right?
fucking with you when you
Okay.
say that shit.
The
Like,
rapture.
I'm
I
not
realize
fucking
that you're not.
I'm not
The
doing
rapture
that.
that everyone is so called and heard about. Well, they're all going up. Well, the church is going to get raptured out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you will get raptured out of here, but let me tell you what it says.
You don't feel like you have a fucking okay, hold on.
This is my job, yeah. But I
You
will be
don't feel
killed
like
for
you
my
have a
belief.
fucking mission? Like
This
you
is my
have-
mission. My mission.
Okay,
is
your
almost
shit
complete.
is to educate and be here.
My mission is almost complete. No, it's not.
Sierra, don't play with me.
I'm not playing
Don't
with
play
you.
with me.
Listen,
I'm not playing with you right now.
24,
Don't do that.
Matthew
Don't do
24,
that.
29. Immediately after the tribulation of
Okay.
those days. When? Immediately after the tribulation of those days,
Mhm.
shall the sun be darkened and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the power of earth shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming. And then they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. That's the rapture
So
that
you
y'all
want
speak
me to
about.
so
But that
basi-
doesn't come
so
until after the
basically-
tribulation. So those of you who think that you was about to be raptured out of here before the tribulation, that was a false teaching. Let me tell you again, because if you switch over to Revelations chapter 6,
Oh, niggas thought they were safe.
And I behold, when he opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. That's an alignment called an eclipse. The next eclipse is April
So where the
8th
fuck you think
of
you going?
2024.
Okay, so where do you think you're going?
I think I'm going to be martyred for my beliefs. And when that, hold up.
Okay, well,
there was a judgment cloud that was just over Turkey. I don't know if anyone's seen it. It was a red cloud.
She,
Science
yo,
tell
okay,
you
like
there's
she
a whole
moved.
bunch of
Listen, she moved in with me, so she's not going anywhere because we need shit for her to do. No one's gonna hurt her. If you gotta hurt her, listen. Hold on, asshole. If you want smoke with her, you gotta come through me. So come through with me. Like this is gonna be a little tough. I need you to do shit. So shut the fuck up. I need you to do shit for me and for you and for like what's going on. And at the end of the day, like I said, she's giving herself like, this is my thing. I am him. And I'm letting you know I am him. You got to come through me to go get to her. This is my thing. You're special. You're special. Your
Yeah,
message.
definitely.
Your message.
I am a messenger. And that's all I need to
And
do.
you're going to be a messenger. So shut the fuck up. What's about 2 years? All this just bullshit.
So let me, if this world is shit, and I want to go to where the
Go
real
ahead.
world is, and it's a beautiful place, why would I stay here? I will do my mission.
Because you're going to stay here because I asked you to stay
The
here.
hell out
You're
of
going to
here.
stay here because I asked you to stay here. You're going to stay here because I asked you to stay here.
Listen, I'm going to
Go ahead.
discuss something, because this is all about to take place.
Copy.
That cloud that y'all see, that red cloud over Turkey, I don't know if anyone paid attention to it.
I've seen it. I've seen you fuck my whole day up with that.
Most
Yes.
people didn't, and there's a lot of alien activity going on right now. That's because they're birthing in the new generation. So it's like all these demons in the
crazy.
atmosphere are watching
It's crazy.
what's going on. They're watching over Earth because the new generation. I don't know if you all believe in aliens, the reptilians, the greys. All these things are not fake. These things are real. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but these things are real. The generation of these things are being birthed into this realm right now. That is why the sky is going the way that it is. That red cloud that was over Turkey is called the judgment cloud. Many times in the word, it says that the Father appeared in the cloud. The three wise men, it was a star by night, it was a cloud by day. The Hebrew Israelites were led out of Egypt by what? By a cloud that they followed. He appears as a cloud. The 144,000 that are raptured out of here, those are children only. They are not adults. Okay? We are to die for our beliefs, and he's coming back for the children because they keep sacrificing kids unto Baal, and he is sick of it. When these kids go missing, guess what's going to happen? They're going to tell you that it was an alien invasion because they can verify what's going on in the sky. That's exactly what's going to happen. The kids will go missing, and they'll tell them that it was the aliens in the sky. They took the kids, and they're not coming back, and we have to band together, the entire world, to fight off these aliens. Realistically, I mean, think about how it would play out. There's a very easy scenario for them to fall into, especially considering the fact that most people are all the way asleep. And a
Whoa.
lot of people think that
Whoa.
the 144,000 are referring to adults. No,
You literally are here to wake people the fuck up and give them creepy vibes.
I mean, it just is what it is. Y'all gotta wake up. You'll act like these are my words. These are not my words. These words have been written down for you thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. But the thing is that there's only certain people at the end of time who are given the ability to interpret them. And I am one of those people. And I'm not trying to say that I'm blessed and highly favored above anybody else, because I'm not. My only job is to do my job. I want to be a servant of the Most High just like anybody else. But in order for y'all to do that, you really do have to repent. Let me tell you what it says.
Go ahead.
Revelations 9:20, and the rest of these men which were not killed by these plagues. Now, what are the plagues? The plagues are the sicknesses that are going around right now, right? COVID, all these things. Yet repented not of the works. Repented
Science.
means to turn away from your sin. It gets deep and heavy. He's talking about all sin. He's not talking about no fake repentant. Not that you could, you know what I'm saying, wake up and ask for forgiveness, because that's not what it is. Because let me explain to you, grace has been so manipulated to you. Grace is given to those who diligently seek him. If you are not diligently seeking him, you do not get grace at the end of all of this. The preacher tells you, well, you could do this and you could say a prayer in your head, and I ask for forgiveness. That's not how this works. Grace is given upon to those who diligently seek him. That's why I said this podcast and this information that y'all are coming across, as I told my friend earlier, if I give you the knowledge and you don't do anything with the knowledge, what good does the knowledge do you? Nothing. If I tell you what's going on, and I tell you that the point of the tribulation is to turn you all to repentance, to worship the Most High God, Yahweh, whose name is written in your DNA, the one that they changed and took his name out of the Bible, they lied to you, bro. They lied to you your whole life. If he verified everything and said, I'm going to show them with a book of history, what is the things to come, and how will you know it's the end of the time thereof? He wrote them all down. If you do not care what is in there, to pay attention, it does you no good to have the information and not change your actions behind it. So as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Which means that you are the manifested version of what is in your heart. Therefore, those of you who murmur with your mouth, well, I love him, but you low and you live like hell every day, guess what? You actually don't love him. That was a lie. Because if you did love him, you would think and move and act differently. But you don't. You are the manifestation of what is in
I
your
know what
heart.
y'all thinking. She fucking me all weekend.
It's not even the weekend. It's the truth, though. Y'all can do with the information what you want. My job,
No, I want to do everything.
my
with
job
it.
is only to wake you up. Whether you choose to believe or not, I do not care. I have a very specific job. My job is to bring the information
She really
to where
think
it's
that-
digestible.
She thinks that she want to go somewhere like you're not.
Listen, because y'all don't understand the laws that are passing. Look at the bill
I'm
that I
not
was
gonna
trying
let
to
nobody
explain to
hurt
you.
her. I'm not gonna let nobody
Listen,
hurt her.
let me explain the bill to you, right?
Go ahead, explain the bill to me.
Cryptocurrency system is coming into play. Seed of darkness is about to be pulled, which means that the whole entire grid is about to go down. America's going to say it was Russia. Russia was going to say it was China. China's going to say it's India, but it's not. The Earth itself is going to emit an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse that is completely going to knock the grid down. This is what it's speaking about when the seed of darkness was poured upon where the devil was sitting, which is where? Here, this earth, this realm. And reason being is because so many people took this mark. It's literally inside of them. They don't even know, man. Once that message goes out that they're going to put out, and they will, because remember, there's a messenger RNA. There's a message that's going to come out. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. You're not going to be able to take money out the banks, which a lot of people aren't able to do right now.
Right now.
Correct.
Bank of America customers, how you doing?
Terrible. They're doing it terrible.
They doing
Y'all don't know what's going on.
what they really do.
They don't, and it's terrible. This is the implementing of the beast system. What's going to happen is there's laws behind all of this. This is why the president just signed the Declaration of North America. He took away our sovereign law, which means that those of us who are not sovereign citizens yet, they believe that they have rights over us. They will try to force us to take the vaccine. They will try to incorporate us.
You got a lot of people that's like, they're all fucked up.
So there's a law that you guys
Y'all all
need
fucked up.
to research this law. This is important. This
Research,
bill.
wait a minute, hold on, wait. Research a law, you.
If you guys understand how Senate bills work, which means that we live in the state of New York. So therefore, if I give you a Senate bill for the state of New York, you cannot research that same Senate bill number in the state of California. It will have a different bill number, and that's how they try to keep us all asleep. The same laws will be passing, just under different Senate bill numbers. So here, it's A416, and it says relates to the removal. Removal means what? To remove them away. Of cases, contacts, and carriers. Those are people of communicable diseases who are potentially dangerous to the public health. Then if you continue reading the bill that was pending, again, it was voted on January 6th of 2022, and I read it to you earlier. What did it
You
say?
did.
Removal and detention. What does it mean to detain? To incarcerate. Why do you think all these prisons just let all these prison people home? Because why? Because they're turning them into FEMA camps. It's terrible, but this is what's happening. When they incarcerate you, you know what I'm saying? All of this is biblical. What's going to happen is, they got 10 days, bro. Y'all got 10 days. And after 10 days, either I'm going to be set free or I'm going to be beheaded. And either way, I'm totally fine.
She feel like she a murderer.
I know that I'm a martyr.
Okay, hold the fuck on. Like, calm the fuck down. You're not a martyr.
Why does everyone want to say that?
Because you're not a fucking martyr. Like, you're here to educate.
Yes.
You're not here to
For a time period.
We're
For
not,
a time period.
Okay, we're
For
not
a time period.
Okay, you're not a pizza. You're not,
Okay,
we're not
so
giving you
this
30
is-
minutes or less.
Okay, so listen, right?
Okay,
So we know that
right,
there's a designated
right.
time when the sky is going to be torn open, right?
Yeah.
Okay, which is called the rapture. This is what they want to look
we
at.
do know
that. Okay,
We know that.
and what happens at that time? The stars of heaven fall into the earth. So let me ask you something. If you've seen an angel right now, would you know it was an angel? Absolutely not. You would just know that it is not in the form of you.
I know
And
it's
honestly, you would think it was an
twisted
alien.
tea.
You would think it was an alien because it does not have your form. You feel me? They're going to convince you that it's an alien invasion, and it is not.
It's not.
It's not. There's a lot of hell that's going to take place on that day, and I will be out of here before that. I will be beheaded. Because why? Because then I come back with a glorified body. Y'all can say no. Y'all can say whatever. Everything is written. It's all biblical.
A glorified. Explain to this.
Indestructible.
Shit. I want that body.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait a
Seriously.
minute. Wait a minute. I know. No, I want that.
That thing is, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people thinking
Tell
that
me
they're
right
going to be
now.
going up because the children get raptured up. 144,000 in the tribe of the children. And then what happens to everyone else? We are changed in the moment and the twinkling of an eye. I will be given an indestructible body. And maybe that's right before I'm supposed to be martyred. Who knows? The thing is, all these things will come to pass. Y'all can check it out. I've been talking about this since the 2020. And when I had a podcast then, a lot of people are like, no, that sounds crazy, Cece. What are you talking about? Guess what? Ask those people what they think of what I was saying now. Bet you they're like, yo, this is crazy, but all the things that she was talking about are coming to flourish. And it's not because they're my words. They are not. I am a prophet. Not a prophet in the sense of speaking things into existence like that. All I'm doing is reading from what is already written in the word. I'm just educating people on how these things are coming to real life. You know what I'm saying? People forget because they look at the Bible and think that it's a different time period. First of all, You need to take it and associate it to what is happening now. These things aren't make-believe. All these things are right in your face. Doctors came out of the bottomless pit. Doctors were given the right to vaccinate you. The vaccine put a thing of technology inside of your body, preventing you from elevating, literally wiping 10565, which is the name of God,
Okay, well, this is my
out of
thing.
your DNA.
This is my thing. Like, at the end of the day, I believe I've been believing. And for you, I need you to stick around for like, you give me this, 2 years?
I'm gonna be here for 2 years. I'm telling you, guys. Realistically, this is when I think it's
So,
gonna take place.
so you want to tell my audience that you're not gonna be here?
I want to show you that there's a date for all of this.
a day for you to die.
There's a date for that rapture.
I'm not fucking with it.
Okay, so we know when the sun and
Well, go ahead. Give us the
when
date.
line. Okay, y'all can Google this date.
Yo, if I give her a birthday cake on that day,
Listen, there's a date you can research.
Go ahead.
April 8th of 2024. It's the next largest eclipse. It's going to last about 5 minutes. So we know that it's an eclipse because if you look in Revelations chapter 6, and I beheld when he opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Why? Because they were in alignment. The sun and the moon aligned, which create what? An eclipse. And the stars of heaven fall into the earth. What are the stars? The stars are the angels. So when they get here, y'all are going to think it's an alien invasion, and it's not. But they are here to destroy. They're not here to be your friends. And most of the people will be deemed unrighteous because most of the people at that time have taken the vaccine. It is what it is, or exposed to it by some level to where their DNA was corrupt. So they had to burn. The stars, where am I? And the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth out her untimely figs. You know what a fig tree is? It's very weak. It has a very weak,
to the branches.
all of it, not just the branches. What's that thing? The
The
trunk. Yes, the whole thing, the whole trunk of it.
Yeah.
It's so weak, you shake it and everything falls off. Imagine what that looks like. He said as a fig tree. Imagine the shaking of a fig tree and everything falling. Imagine that being something else, falling to the earth. Because what are they here to do? Destroy everything that was left. Even as a fig tree casteth out her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. What are the mountains and islands? They were moved. There was a great earthquake. He's so powerful that if you read the book of Enoch, it literally says that they melt like wax before him. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every freeman, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks and the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the face of the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Not one of us shall be able to stand. Understand that. Nobody is going to be left standing. They're coming to destroy. They're coming to start over. Because what happened was the DNA was tampered with again. So shall the end of days be likened unto the days of Noah. They were eating and drinking and giving in marriage and knew not that the flood came until it came and took them all away. Because why? They weren't paying attention. So those few who are watching this podcast right now, please take heed and pay attention. You don't have long. He said, no man knoweth the day or the hour. He didn't say the time and he didn't say the season. Because he knew we would have signs that would verify the things that were happening at that time. I know when that alignment is coming. We have until then. Get your shit together. Repent and turn back to the man who made this universe. The creator of all things, Yahweh, the name who is listed inside of your DNA. If you choose to be like the world and think that you get to stand up from the devil's table when he gets here and wipe your mouth off oh, I'm sorry, Father. They were serving this today, so I thought I'd bask and sit down. Then guess who you will be for eternity? With these motherfuckers that you decided to keep dining with. And that is the truth. You don't get up from the devil's table when he gets here and think that you're saved by grace. That's not how it works. Grace is given unto the people who diligently seek him. If you want to be out here living like the world, then you will burn like the world, and those are your only two options. And I'm sorry to be so blunt, but the other people who gave you information telling you saved by grace and all these things, yes, you will be saved by grace, but not if you continue to do what you're doing. You don't get to live like that and get up and go with him to the kingdom. That's not an option. That's why he said the rest of these men, which repented not of these plagues, which were not killed by these plagues. That's us, the people here right now. Because a lot of people just died. Because why? They took that shot. Completely wiped away everything in their body that was healing them. They're dying suddenly. But they want to tell you it's COVID. Couldn't possibly be the vaccine that everyone took, right? Couldn't possibly be that. The rest of the men which died not of these plagues. That's us, the collective, everybody here left on this planet. yet repented not of anything. They didn't even pay attention. The choice is yours. I'm just here to bring you the information.
On that note, this has been a deep discussion that next Tuesday, I want to invite her back. I want to talk to you more. I want you guys to drop some comments below. It's much to be discussed. It's much to be discussed. I know you guys are going to agree to disagree, but it's a lot to be discussed. She even fucked me up. So for me, that I always got some shit to say. My sister here has like left me like literally like no words, speechless. Can you come back next Tuesday?
Yeah, next Tuesday we'll do this. I want to come back with receipts. We'll have a list of things.
Because I feel like she has a lot more to say.
Pull it out. We'll, you know what I'm saying, let the people know what we're going to
I'm
speak
going
about
to.
before that. I'll pull it up so
like,
there's receipts so everyone can verify. Because I don't like coming to people not being able to prove my point. I am not one of those people. I come with receipts because that's the only way you can wake people up. I don't want you to have a debate with me because I'm not here to debate.
I'm not here to. I'm not here.
No,
I'm
not
not
you
here.
personally.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying like when I release the
Baby,
information.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Fully wake them up.
I know.
I don't want to just wake you up partly. I want you to really understand what's going on, what the government is doing.
Next Tuesday, she's going to be here. Cheat Shit Podcast is going up. It's going live, and like I said before, she's bringing her receipts. Right?
We'll bring receipts. Everything needs to be printed out. We'll talk about those things. Have a little clip that you could start showing when I'm speaking about the things that we're speaking about. We need to really speak about the cryptocurrency system and the banks and everything going down, what it means to be in the seat of darkness. What I think is important for people to know right now, realistically, you have to be realistic about what's going to happen. When the grid goes down, right, and if these people live in Buffalo, we know that we just had that storm. So listen, because the places in the hood were looted. They shut down those stores. They never reopened Dollar General. All of those places, they were looted and they were never reopened for a specific reason because they were preparing for what's about to take place. Now, what happens if we don't have any places in the hood to loot? Number one, we start looting each other. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to loot our community. You don't want to hurt each other because we are all that we have. The other people are not here to help us, and that's the truth. And then what happens if we go looting in the suburbs? Well, we know what happens if a black man does anything in the suburbs. They feel the right to kill us. That's the truth. It just is what it is. Walmart.
She hurting y'all feelings right now.
It's these are things people don't want to talk about. Y'all need to wake up. Walmart, Target, Wegmans, Tops will be cleared out immediately when there is no food. So what do you need to really think about? The distribution companies is what you need to think about. Those of you who do not have maps, you need to have maps. You need to have maps so you can understand how to navigate. Just is what it is. Make sure you have flashlights, things to keep yourself warm. These people are going to come in with their hand like they're trying to help you with these FEMA camps. They are not here to help you. They are here to put you in a concentration camp, bro. It is a FEMA camp. It is a prison camp. That is why all these people just came home. They were getting rid of them, releasing their prisons. Okay? These FEMA camps are set up already. They are not here to help you. They have food that they will be feeding you that is made from humans that you will not know. The Father speaks directly about it, and it's food that is sacrificed unto idols. You can't eat it. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Like you said, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, we're gonna have my sister here. Definitely, it's a lot to unpack. I know y'all motherfuckers is like, get with it. Next Tuesday, She Should Podcast. We up. Like, I really want to call it like Sierra Tuesdays. Like, like, yeah, really. But this shit. You want to close anything out? You want to close it out?
No, I just wish y'all to be the best of luck. And really, I just hope that y'all pay attention and research the things that I'm telling you to research because it's time to really wake up. If you don't wake up, it's going to be too late soon.
God bless. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
That was
Shfaya?
that was fucking that was amazing. That was fucking amazing. Oh yeah. They was talking shit. Like not talking shit but asking you questions on my
That's what I'm
live.
saying. Yeah, I want to know what the questions are.
I'll show you. My boy Clay, Coach Clay was talking. He's like